Hello, I hope you are having the most wonderful day.
All aboard!
We're gonna be going over some unfinished business. We're doing some cleanup. We've reacted to side one of Black Sabbath's Paranoid a while back, and if you need a refresher or you haven't checked that video out, it will be linked for you below. But if there's something within you telling you to stay here,
then that's the right thing to do.
Starting off side two, we have Electric Funeral. Here we have a sequence of repetition. At the beginning of every phrase, we start off at the highest point, and throughout the phrase, we work our way down one chord at a time, and it seems that it's going on in loop. Every single phrase seems to be carrying out these exact progression of chords immaculately down to the note. This use of accelerando, which means just to speed things up a bit,
Speed up the tempo
through the percussion was so effective because, at least for me, it definitely built up some excitement and geared me up for anything that's about to happen. Like I'm anticipating some big explosive moment now. Now we enter this full circle moment, arriving back at the beginning. The timbre and the texture of the electric guitar just allowed it to shine in this song. There is something to be said about the bass. There were moments where it really stood out, but the percussion had moments sprinkled throughout the whole song very evenly. This was quite an underworldly rock and roll introduction to this side two. At number 2, we have Hand of Doom.
What you gonna do? Oh, return.
It seems that they employed a trickling waterfall effect with the introduction of each musical element one at a time: guitar, percussion, then voice. And once the voice was introduced, our instrumental elements were still a bit subdued. They were played through a pianissimo, or just very soft, and then bam, this abrupt fortissimo out of nowhere felt like this volcanic eruption that I was not anticipating. They're also feeding us with this upward ascending motion to kind of contrast and rival that descending motion that they gave to us in the first song.
Just a little something to note.
No heads up, no sort of lead in or any transitional device, just bam, a new section, sort of a Bohemian Rhapsody type of treatment that they're giving us here. This phase of the song is filled with just a bit more brightness. I feel like the color and texture is more vibrant. It's more in our face and piercing. There were so many moving parts in this song. I actually really appreciate moments like this that these songs provide for us because there's so many things being thrown at us. There's so many different sections, and something that I like to pay attention to or kind of discover is if we're in a new section or we are in a subsection. That guitar solo moment was so interesting, intriguing, a little haunting and cool, but not only that, it was also beautiful, which are two different things.
Something can be really cool and haunting and eerie and alluring,
and still not have that beauty and elegance. Meld those two worlds together. My mind gets blown away. In terms of the presentation of the story of the song, it seems that they really utilized those drastic changes in dynamics, whether it was the abrupt forte
breaking the sound barrier,
or reeling it back to so soft piano to really signify the importance of those moments. At number 3, and second to last, we have Rat Salad. Was that it? By the time the drum solo was in full force, I had let go of all hope that there was going to be a vocal. I kind of knew, but there's always that little voice in the back of my head that tells me
not to ever be too sure of anything, because every time I am so sure of something, the opposite happens.
But today that didn't happen. Today, no vocal came along. Instrumentals will never be my favorite songs on albums. That's just the way it is, unless I completely change as a person, which can and has happened. But as of now, the person I am right now will always prefer vocal in the song, even if it's, a backing element as opposed to a lead vocal. However, I still always enjoy an instrumental moment. I think it's like a little mental break. I really did like the emphasis on the percussion because I'm a total drum fanatic. I love drum moments. So all these moments of drum solos were so cool, and sprinkled throughout, we had miniature drum solos as well. We had this sort of call and response feature going on, like a tug of war happening between the guitars and the percussion. Número 4 y último, Fairies Wear Boots. I have to admit, I was a little surprised when the vocal came through. I thought that maybe the concept of the instrumental that was laid out for us in the last song was carried over into this one. But even though that wasn't, there was something else that did carry through into this song, and it was that this heavier reliance on the percussion, on the drums. We did have moments of that drum solo infused into the intro. Oh, what do you know? Just another burst of thrill brought to us by a tempo-manipulated transitional device. That outro was just so spectacular. I feel like I'm covered in chills. I just got lost in the music. I got carried away. There were so many things I wanted to say, and all thoughts vanished from my brain. But you gotta let me know what your favorite was of tonight, or if your favorite off of this album was not visited tonight and was in side 1. Let me know. Time for one of our most important moments of tonight, which is to thank our beautiful, marvelous, incredible, and incomparable Super Thanks heroes. You guys are literally walking angels on this earth that I'm so grateful for. Thank you so much to Richard Olson, Marissa Martinez, Paul Edwards, Mr. B, Swedish Jeff, and Ed Myers. This one's for you. There is a moment where all dreams go to die. And there is a time where your heart's desires get pushed aside, but then the sun comes up again. You feel the ground beneath your feet, and the wind pushes you to me. You are everything. You are everything. You are all the stars in the sky. You're the smile when I cry. You are everything to me. You guys mean the absolute world to me in ways that I am struggling to figure out how to express to you. I hope that you are enjoying the holidays, and I hope to get this video out to you as soon as possible. Little disclaimer, I've been having so many issues with copyright lately. I'm even getting flagged on videos of the past, so YouTube is going back and editing some things out, so it's further chopping the videos up. I know it's not ideal. I know I wish that we could sit together and listen to the whole song all the way through like I am on this side, but with the bits that I am putting in, I'm cutting it close as it is. And trust me, YouTube lets me know. YouTube lets me know that this is copyrighted material
And blah, 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 and whatever.
So I'm just doing my best to appease both ends, to put as much in there as possible without, YouTube catching a whiff of the songs that are going on here. And on my end, it does create a bit more time-consuming work, which is fine, That's just what I've chosen to do, so that's what I'm gonna do. Editing and cutting up the video into bits does take a lot more time than you think. It's not random. It's, I wanna pick out the pieces that highlight the things I'm talking about, and sometimes the pieces that I've chosen to leave in, YouTube will then force me to take out. They'll take out like a minute or two, random places here and there. So here's fingers crossed and praying that we don't get flagged on this video and that I'm able to put up as much of the songs as possible. The last video I wanted to come out on December 1st, and because of YouTube, that just wasn't possible. So hopefully things run a little bit smoother with this one. Also, my birthday is Saturday, December 9th. I'm really excited and petrified at the same time. Birthdays just aren't what they used to be, huh? The older I get, the more I learn that that's the case. It's more of a reflective time than when I was younger and it was just a celebration time. My life just looks so different from how I thought it would look turning 26. But you gotta deal with what life has to give you, and part of what life has given me is you guys, and I'm so very grateful for you, and I love you so much with all my heart. I hope to have something special up for Saturday. We'll see. We'll see if copyright gets in the way and YouTube and all the regulations. Oh, and don't forget to take it easy.